Welcome to CR275 Science and Technologies. This is your second innings in science and technology, so we're going to develop more out of that. It's got a lot more probably a teaching emphasis, but we've included a number of lab and prac sessions along the way. So here's our website. So, important to always go into your unit information, and you'll find both a unit outline and the weekly schedule. So I've preloaded that. So let's have a look at the weekly schedule that we've got here. So the unit outline. So there's all the information about the unit. Here's the rationale, quite short. Principles of science and technology and the Christian perspectives in those. We're looking at science inquiry, misconceptions. We're going to touch on some real-life examples or experiments in these science areas, also in the technology areas, the lab experiences, and a little bit about science and technology and considerations there, critical thinking and STEM and STEAM to facilitate that. Learning outcomes match the content, but the important bits for many of you is the task here. We're going to do lab reports. Some of you are online, so we'll be providing you with suggestions for home science, and the labs will be really drawing upon that home, or what I call kitchen science, because that's what primary schools are about. If you've got the opportunity to use labs, excellent, but most primary schools won't. So it's be using your wet area in a classroom and bringing some simple science principles through everyday objects and realities in everyday life. So there's two labs that you're going to do in the science area, and one of them is formative and one of them is going to be summative. Your science technology investigation is a small group part. Now it's really 2 and 3 are linked together, and there's going to be an elaboration video for you in the assessment area, and I have an exemplar there. But you're to research a topic in the science and technology areas, which has got some curriculum linkage, and you're going to do some practical investigation alongside some research. And this will be how it applies to teaching, and you're going to produce a report. It's a summary of the concepts, how it linked to the curriculum, how you did the investigation, and how you would apply it and do that in your classroom. So that's the written component, so to speak. Now the task 3 is a presentation, and it is presenting what you have done. So it's summarizing the investigation, why you did it, how you did it, what you found out, and your reflections on whether it worked or did not work well. And then you're going to do a mini lesson. Now, if you're online, you'll be providing the mini lesson, and you'll be providing video, for example, of say a pertinent demonstration that you did. So again, that's 2 and 3 are group assignments, so you'll be grouped both with on-campus and online. Here's the matrix of the percentage, 20, 40, 40. And here's some elaborations on your report. If you haven't done a lab report for a while, I've got some hints and some how-to websites for you. And we're going to go, Science and Technology Report breaks it up here into the various areas of your report and the various areas of what you might do in terms of your presentation. So I'll be giving a scaffolded document on that. Now let's go look at our schedule of information. So our weekly schedule, it is going through the lecture, looking at some scientific method, the fair test idea, and scientific report. Then if you're on campus, and look, if you're online and able to come to campus, then I'm suggesting please that you come. So if you can prioritise a couple of lab sessions, please. So 2 to 4 p.m. on Tuesday, and Thursday is the online session. So we're going to do a microscope labs and a couple of other things, some other little demonstrations that we have here. And online, you're going to do a home science activity. You submit that's lab assessment 1A, and it's due a couple of weeks later, and I'll give you some formative feedback. STEM teaching. Again, then we're going to do a chemical science lab, a little bit about acids and bases and home chemistry involved there, and I'll do something similar for you at home. So those two, there's no online lecture for that. Then we move on Christian perspective, technological issues perhaps, and we do another lab session on more a technology nature, and we'll do a virtual one, and there will be an online lecture. Cross-curricular priorities, in particularly focusing on Indigenous and sustainability as part of the Science Tech curriculum. No lab. Then we'll have a physical science and earth science lab session online there and a virtual lab online. You're off to prac after your spring break, pretty much. So you'll be here, for this lecture. It's a tutorial assessment, but then you're off to prac that you will have there. Now, there's your task 2, and in the exam block, we'll have a date, which I'll give you later, which has a task 3 presentation, whereas you go through that. So there'll be some combinations of online and on campus group work. As I say, I stress if you can prioritise, say, weeks 3, 5, and 7 and 9. And if you're in the vicinity of Brisbane, please come if you're able, so we can get a more extensive lab area. So that rounds off what we are doing in our science and tech courses. Have a browse of all the modules. I'm going to be updating the modules slightly along the way, but essentially it will contain the information that you need. So welcome again. I look forward to working with you.